What's going on, guys and gals? Bonafide Hustler here.
Raiken Profit in the house.
And that's right. We're here for Thrift Battle Season 2. This is Episode 1. I'm going to introduce the two contestants today. We have Casey from Florida. This is the Rockstar Flipper. Casey, what is up?
What is going on, Bonafide and Mr. Raiken? I see you over there. Thanks for having me on. Season 2, guys. Excited. This is awesome.
That's right. We also have Knight out of California. Knight, what is going on?
Hey now, I'm ready.
All right, so those are our two contestants today, and welcome to Thrift Battle Season 2. If you don't know what Thrift Battle is, then check out the Thrift Battle playlist on my channel. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to subscribe to Raiken's channel. You can find Rockstar at Rockstar Flipper, and you can also find Knight at, where can you find it, Knight?
www.night.tube.
All right. So yeah, Knight has a channel on YouTube as well. I will link these two things down below when it becomes a live video. But if you're watching live, I mean, I'll link it down below when it becomes an actual video on my channel. But you're watching live right now. If there is a tiny thing that looks like a red dot and it says live, there's a actual comment feed that you can engage in, which is really, really important for this show. Anyways, what we're going to go through are 5 rounds where these two gentlemen are going to battle thrift find after thrift find. And that's worth a point each round, and it's going to be voted by the audience. After that, we'll have 2 bonus rounds, which are worth 3 points apiece, and we'll get to that at the end. So basically, it's anybody's game, and we're going to get right to the two contestants. Hey, Casey, really quick, 30 seconds about you and maybe how you started flipping.
Hey, yeah, I'm Casey, Rockstar Flipper. I'm from Tampa, Florida. Started flipping about 11 years ago now, and I started on Craigslist before it had all the categories. Buy stuff on Craigslist, sell it on Craigslist. Realized that eBay had much higher prices. I was like, holy crap, I should just ship this stuff rather than buy it and sell it to someone down the road. Started doing that. I've sold everything from storage units to thrift stores, Goodwills, flea markets, Facebook Marketplace, anything and everything, I'll sell it.
Okay. And Knight, a little 30-second bit about you.
My name is Knight. I go by Knight Required Field on YouTube. Government name Matthew Knight Stanford. When I was 21, I was caught in Mexico or stuck in Mexico running from some gangs, and I actually walked all night across the border. So to this day, I have no idea if I'm a Mexican national or an American citizen, but I'm telling you right now that you Americans, don't be letting people like me in. You need to build the wall.
Okay,
you can find me at www.night.tube.
All right, cool. And you have an interesting kind of thrift store because you don't technically go to garage sales or thrift store, but you kind of do a different angle on thrift. What is that? Yeah,
so for Season 2 for Thrift Battle, we're kind of changing things up like Hollywood does. You know, bringing new ideas into things. And I've never stepped foot in a thrift store in my life, other than to get a 300 costume from Goodwill. So all I do though is I just put up ads on Craigslist, and I'm searching Craigslist and OfferUp and all the apps, and I'm having everyone bring stuff to me. I mostly buy electronics and new electronics and used electronics, but I'm just chilling here in the apartment in the complex here, and I just have everyone bring stuff to me. I'm bringing a new flavor, new education, new tricks and tips to thrift battle.
Cool. All right. Well, those are the two contestants right here. Raiken, isn't it time for the trash talking round? How does that go, Raiken?
Man, I don't know. It's like these two guys have a lot of knowledge. I just don't know. I mean, Knight, he's very, very, strong spoken, and he knows what he likes and he goes for it. But Casey, I'm telling you right now, Casey, man, he's got the connections. He knows the people. He's been in and out of the thrift stores in Florida like no other man has. So I don't know who's going to win. I want to know in the crowd, who do you think is going to win this thrift battle? These are two giants going head to head.
By the way, trash talking, I created that game Night like 5 years ago, when my lawsuit happened. I created that game, buddy.
Okay, so if trash talk came down to one sentence or one phrase, like what would you say, Casey, to your opponent right now?
Rookie.
All right. And Knight, what would you say to your opponent?
I mean, we call over here, we call him the retired rock star.
All right. So we're going to get right to the game. I want to shout out Flipping Cents in $2 for $25 super chat. Thank you so much. That is awesome. He says, I can't vote. I hate to stab my boy in the back. Oh, man. All right. So I don't know who his boy is, but I'm thinking it might be Casey. Who is that? Is that Casey? Is that your boy?
What
your
up,
guy?
What up, Steven Fielder? What up?
Okay. So what's up, man? Good to see you, buddy. That's Steven Fielder. Thank you so much for all the super chats back in the day. I think I know who you are. Okay, so let's get right to round number 1, and I'm going to let Casey go first on this. Casey, what do you have to take down Knight on round number 1?
All right, so everyone knows we went this weekend. We took a little mini vacay. We went out of town. We did some thrifting. We hit up some flea markets, which inspired me to do the same when I got back home. And we have one here in Tampa that's kind of like all week, all year round. It's awesome. And this, speaking of brand new items, I don't know if I got it wrong way. My bad. Okay, so this is, everyone probably knows, basic. It's not really all that great. I'm starting slow, but this is a Delta home faucet, brand new in the box, $5 at a flea market. Checked it out, opened it up, everything's still there, you know. But this is something that at the store is around 100. Online, it's probably about 80 right now. So 70, 80, turning 5 into 70, 80, brand new items, household items, looking outside of the clothing sector, you know, going for appliances and faucets. Something as simple as this can make you a $50, $60 profit. And not a whole lot out. And the sell-through rate, there were about 40 of these active and 40 that sold. So literally 50% of every single one that listed sells almost right away. So you won't have this very long. I won't have it very long.
Casey, why not FBA on that?
So the FBA price was actually right on board with the eBay price. I checked this. So normally I would say FBA this, but I don't have a lot of FBA stuff to go in right now anyway. So I thought shipping one item probably wouldn't be worth it. I could hang on to this and stock it up for a couple weeks and throw some more items, but they were very similar. I think FBA was literally like a $4 difference on this one.
Okay, cool. Shout out to James Thrift, who super chatted us $5 here on Thrift Battle. Thanks a lot, James. I really do appreciate that. Okay, Knight, what do you have to go up against a faucet, dude?
So I'm going to keep it easy. I'm going to keep it nice and comfortable right now. If you guys watch my channel, you know I pick up GoPros all the time, brand new sealed. And so the thing is that this is not not any regular deal that that you see me do before. A lot of times I think people that see me buy stuff, they think I buy just one thing at a time. I had a real estate agent deliver this to me, and when he came and brought this to me, and not only did he bring this to me, but since he's a real estate agent, they give these to all the people in the office so that they can film fisheye videos of the houses that they're selling. And he actually brought me 5 of these because this is actually the older GoPro 5, and they're actually out now with the GoPro 7. And so, these are, this works just fine, but these are the older version. And so he wanted to sell off the older version so they can buy the newer version. And so the reason why I love these kind of new electronics like this is that I'm never taking new pictures of things. When I got these 5 items, I'm not taking pictures of 5 different things from all these different angles or making new listings. I made a listing for a GoPro Hero 5 years ago, decades ago even. And all I bought each one $100 each, or it was like between 80 and $100 each. So I just pushed the button, $100. Oh, they're going to sell for 200 each. So $100, $100, $100, $100, $100.
Okay, so a GoPro Hero 5, that's a good price. So if you're paying 80 to 100 for each, that's great. And yeah, you're making $100 on just about every single one, right?
Yeah, easy. I push one button and I make $100.
Now, how long does that take to sell usually once you list that up?
So here's the thing. I'm probably going to list it. I'm probably going to list these for maximum price. I actually, a lot of my eBay items, I design my life where I can kind of wait for items to sell. And so I'm probably going to get closer to the Amazon price on eBay. So I'm going to list these up to 40. If I wanted to sell them like within days, you just put $199.99, and they'll sell within 48 hours, 72 hours, 24 hours.
Cool. Okay, so we got GoPros against faucet. That's a tough one, guys. What do you guys think in the feed? We're going to go old school. You vote right now. You just type in C for Casey or K for Knight. That's pretty much it.
Chris, let me ask you a question, Chris. Yeah. What item do you feel between a faucet and a GoPro has a higher chance, is more likely to be returned, opened up? Because those are 2 new products, right? Casey, was yours brand new?
Yeah, it is.
So both brand new products head to head, right? Both brand new. Faucet,
brand new sealed with a thing. $400 price tag on it.
What do you think, Chris?
Pay attention to the feed too. More likely to be returned. Well, if he's selling 5 GoPros, I would say 1 out of the 5, obviously. But if he's selling, I'd say GoPro against a faucet. Honestly, the return rates of both are really low. I mean, they're pretty low. Someone that knows a Hero 5 Black might. The only reason you return it is to give him like a broken Hero 5 Black, right? I mean, there's like the scam. The scam is going to be much higher on electronic all day. But the return rate on both, usually when someone buys a GoPro, like they kind of know what they're getting into like right away. That's what they're looking for, you know?
Right.
It looks like
GoPros are just, I mean, they're rock solid. I mean, to be honest, I barely have any returns ever.
See, the last time I went to mountain biking, I never saw someone with a faucet on top of their helmet strapped to their helmet, but I did see someone with a GoPro strapped to their helmet, and thought that was pretty interesting.
So just a side note, electronics do have a higher return rate, but typically there's 2 electronics in general that have the highest that everyone cringes. Phones are obviously by and far number 1, cell phones, and iPods are like a second close, you know, like iPads. Outside of those, like GoPros, point and shoot cameras, that sort of stuff, the returns are higher, but they're not nearly as high as like phones and iPads and stuff.
Yeah. All right. So first round 1's going to go to Knight. I saw a bunch of Ks come through. I saw a lot of Cs too, but I think round 1 goes to Knight. We're going to proceed to round 2, and this time we're going to let Knight start the round off.
All right. So again, I teach people on the channel to put up ads to pick up electronics, and I have ads up for Apple products and specifically MacBooks. So my next item is this fat MacBook, easy to learn. Don't be afraid of these kind of electronics, even used. Even if the only time I've ever gotten something returned to me, something like this, I've never gotten a brick in the box. Only time I've ever gotten something returned to me like this is because they either made a mistake or they didn't want it. And I always get the same item back. So fat MacBook, 16 gigabytes of RAM, everything that I buy, that's, big stuff like this. I'm always buying things used for myself. And I think that this on eBay right now, I think I can get about 400, 500 for this one. It's got a huge amount of RAM, huge hard drive. And I think I paid like 120 for it, and I plan to sell it for between 400 and 500. And I mean, that's what being a reseller is all about when you buy badass stuff like this. And I heard that there's another reselling YouTuber that just bought a brand new MacBook recently. I think he spent like $3,000 on it or something like that. And when you're a reseller, you're supposed to be buying awesome stuff online, save money, pay $100, $120. I think that reseller, I think he drives like a new BMW i8 or something like that. He paid $3,000. I paid $120 for this. Easy money.
Okay, shots are being fired left and right. So go back to that buy and sell. You bought it for how much, and how much do you think you'll sell it for?
I bought it for 120 cash, and I'm looking to sell it for about 400 to 500 on eBay.
Okay, so MacBooks can be like MacBook Pros, MacBook Airs. This is a MacBook, probably 2013. What is that thing? 2012, 2013?
Yeah, this is 2013.
Okay.
It has all the ports on the side of it. It has the CD drive on the side of it. So actually, a lot of people. Here's the thing.
That's kind of old for having a CD drive on the side, right?
For sure, but this thing is stacked with a ton of RAM, ton of hard drive. And the thing is that people actually love these older Macs because it does have a CD drive and because it does have a Ethernet port. So people actually go out of the way to look for these older Macs and they use them and upgrade them. I mean, that's why this one has 16 gigabytes of RAM, is because they upgraded it. And so people actually are looking for these. Just like when people buy old iPod Classics, the click wheel iPod Classics, that crap is old, but they buy it because it's extremely useful to them. So they buy it because it has all the stuff that Apple took away from us. And so this is going to sell for big money.
Okay, cool. Raiken, so your journey to an Apple product in 30 seconds or less, real quick, just tell the audience how crazy was that?
It was the best decision of my life. Chris, for the longest time, kept saying, Steve, I'm sick and tired of hearing you complain about your Windows computer getting viruses or breaking down every other month. And he's like, just spend the money. And I did. And I've had the same MacBook for 3 years now or so. It's been the best decision ever. So I love it.
Yeah. What was your first computer? An Acer or something stupid? Like, it was so
Chivas
bad.
and Acers. I mean, you can build a nice Windows
I think I saw Steve's
computer.
first videos. He had an Abacus.
I don't know, man. But yeah, Mac all the once you go Mac, you never go back. I'm telling you.
There you go.
Nice.
Rockstar, Casey. What you got to battle that?
So hold on, before we go any further, Thrift challenge, and he didn't go. He's never been in a thrift store. Fair enough, because I used to do the same thing that he did. So part of the reason, and I've got a question, $120, right? Was this a Craigslist buy? Do you remember? Yeah. So did the person that sold it to you, did they deliver it on a bicycle? That's all I'm just saying. So you can go ahead and give him round 2, but at the flea market in St. Augustine, was this a thrift? This might have been at the thrift store in St. Augustine, but I bought one of the old school skip-free CD player Discmans. This is the original 6 series with the mega bass. It even had the original headphones. I looked these up. These are from '94. So this particular model, there's all different ones. There's like 600, 610, 680s. Most of them run about $40 to $50. I paid, in fact, I haven't even cleaned it off yet to list it. You guys can see I paid $4 for it. I'm going to list it for $49.99. It's got the original headphones, batteries. It's in pretty good shape after I wipe off this price. So I'll probably make like $30 on it. Not bad. But $4. Again, I keep my average. Anybody that wanted to know, my average cost of goods is $3 across the board. Everything I buy is $3 or less. That's $4. So it's just barely over my.
It's
my
hard to
cost.
find. It's hard to find those with the original.
The headphones.
Headphones. That I'm telling you, when you find those with the originals, they sell quick and they always sell well for a premium typically.
Yep, we'll get about 40 to 50 out of these. So I'm going to list it at $49.99. I think it'll sell for that. So 50 less the 4 is 46. Yeah, about $35 profit on it. But low cost of goods. I try to, every month I only try to spend $500 and try to turn it into, 6, 7, 8,000. So that's the goal for me.
All right, so that's the end of round 2. You guys out in the audience, C for Casey and K for Knight. Who wins round 2? And we'll proceed to round 3 in 1 second. Raiken, what did you think about round 2 there?
Man, I love MacBooks. He had me right there with the MacBook. I was like, I love MacBooks. But Casey came through with the CD player. I've never seen those original headphones with that before. That's really, really hard to come across the original ones. So, that was cool. I don't know. I liked them both, but the original headphones were pretty cool.
I wonder how many people out there had a car with that thing on its little kind of platform. You know what I'm talking about? Anyway, it's kind of weird, but.
So you want to talk about original headphones? I forgot to add that it has the extremely clean charger. So it was not delivered on a bicycle, and it did have the password ready to go for me. And not only that, but it included the Magic Mouse with the case on it.
Oh, okay. Adam's Exploits is asking a question. Is Casey allowed to vote for himself? That's kind of funny. People are talking about the Discman. I want to read funny comments if I see funny comments. Rockstar, I like your background. That's awesome. That's from MCXC. Okay, so
I think I see a winner.
Yeah, see, I got a winner too. So we got Casey winning round 2. There we go. And we're going to proceed to round 3, and we're going to let Casey start that one off.
All right. So some people are going to recognize this. Most people are not. But we actually bought, and so I'm going to pull a Knight here. We bought 20 of these. And so I followed up with the guy originally when I bought the one, and I knew what he did. And so I knew that he had more, and it turns out I was right. This is called a Parasync 20. And first, I want to see if anybody knows what this is. Does anyone know what this might be? Let me try to zoom up on it, and maybe it'll give it away. Knight might know what it is, but...
Oh, I see that
Can you
thing.
tell? Can you tell what that is inside that hole?
Keep talking. Go for it.
Yeah. Okay. So
I can tell it looks like junk, I think.
Yeah, too bad. Too bad it's far from it. So this Parasync 20 is actually a multi-port 20-port charger for original 30-pin Apple products. You stick the item down in here, an iPod. It could be a classic. It could be a touch. It could be whatever. And it can charge up to 20 at a time. Now, I have the power chargers for these. We bought many of these. They're actually sitting out in my garage. They're all tested. They're all working. Now, what people are like, okay, so 30 ports. At the time, these were like $400 brand new when 30 ports were like all the rage. Now, 30 ports are gone. However, I thought to myself, are there places that still use these? And my answer was in Dallas. If you don't know, I was in Dallas recently for PoshFest. We went to the JFK Museum. And when you walk through the JFK Assassination Museum, they give you an iPod Touch to hold, and you put headphones on, and it walks you through the museum. Well, they had about 5,000 of these iPod Touches that they hand everyone going through the museum, and they all have to be constantly charged. There they are, because the JFK Museum ain't rocking a brand new iPod 5, so they're rocking the older Touches, and this is what they're using. It wasn't the exact one, but it's similar. These are still selling for anywhere from about 100 to 150 bucks used. I paid $5 a piece for these.
Whoa.
So these actually, the reason I knew where these are coming from, they came out of a county, you know, those county government auctions. This guy used these inside of schools that used iPod Touches. And these came from the county school government that got rid of them. And so they sold all these off. Parasync 20 is what it's called. I'll probably get $100 a piece out of them. Maybe.
Where are you selling them?
These are going to go on eBay. I could not find them on Amazon at all. They are on eBay. There's some listed for 100, some listed for 189, some listed for 150. I'm happy if I get $99.99 out of each one of them. So, I mean, that would be that'd be stuff. $2,000, and I paid $100 for all of them. So.
Okay, so he's got something, man. You're coming with the hard hitting punch right there. That's pretty crazy. Let me give a shout out to Yo Yost, who has super chatted us $2 at the first super chat and then $5 at the second super chat. So Yo Yost, thank you so much. I do appreciate that. Wow, that fine's making my head spin right there. Raiken, I had no idea that. I was like, who has that many iPods? Right? Were you thinking the same thing? Like, who has that many to charge?
Yeah, but that's really cool. That shows a lot of creativity out of Casey of thinking outside the box. Like, who could this, serve? And there's, I always say there's an ass for every seat. Even the weirdest, oddest, like especially with clothing, right, Casey? You find some clothing items, and you're like, who would wear this? There's someone out there who wants it.
Right. Yeah. And the other thing is, I know people that buy old iPods still in bulk to resell them. And if you wanted to test them, to make sure they were good to sell on eBay or Amazon, instead of plugging one in or trying to find 30 holes all over your house, you just plug them all into this, stick them all in each one, plug this in one outlet, and you could test all your iPods. I used to buy iPods in huge bulk, 30, 40 at a time.
Wow. So, Knight, are you sweating it up a little bit? I mean, that was a pretty solid round 3 start for Casey. Right, Knight, what you got to combat a bazillion iPod chargers? Oh, wait, he's are you muted? Are you muted?
I got it.
There you go. Okay.
I am going to admit that I do buy all those iPod classics and stuff, and so I do have iPods plugged all over the 30 holes all over my house. But are we ready for the next round here?
Yeah, I mean, this is round 3, and you got to cap it off.
This one's for the ladies. Got me a used breast pump. I mean, new breast pump right here. So it does not matter. I had a very nice lady and her husband deliver this to me. I just walked my pretty ass down the stairs, down to the parking lot, went and picked this up. And so I want to let you guys know that you don't have to know everything about every item. I mean, for a 30-something-year-old guy, I know way too much about Barbies doing reselling. So I bought this breast pump. The thing is that a lot of times, like in birthdays or Christmas or baby showers, these people get, they ask for a breast pump for the baby shower, and they get, 2, 3, 4 of them. And so what do they got to do with the rest of them when they don't have a receipt? They need to sell their breast pumps to me. Now I don't have a breast pump ad. I should, but picked up this breast pump. I think paid about 50 for it, and I should sell this one. I think I paid 40 cash for this one, and I should sell it for 80, 90, or 100.
Okay.
And then it doesn't weigh all that much. It's easy to ship. If it's going to be in the West Coast, I just wrap this thing in a black plastic bag. When you ship stuff like this, brand new in the box sealed, there's a lot of foam and protection inside. So you don't need to find or carry big boxes for these things. Some people hate on this, but guess what? Best Buy does it. Amazon does it. You just wrap it in a black plastic bag, slap a shipping label on, and it's ready to go. Done. And brand new. You can't sell used, but brand new breast pumps sell all day on eBay.
Yeah. I like how you open that up with you don't have to know everything about what you're reselling. You just have to know the market and that kind of stuff. Let me give a shout out to Yo-Yo's, who super chatted us $10. Says the legends are all here at once. I hope my reselling YouTube channel grows like yours. Haha. Just found a Rolex in a storage unit. I think it's fake though. That's all good, Yo Yost. So shout out to Yo Yost for another super chat, $10. We also have a super chat from Trader, Thrift Trader, $25. Boom, y'all rock. Thank you so much for attending episode 1 of season 2 Thrift Battle here. We are also, let me ask you one thing, Knight, about that. How do you, the person said it's new, right? You just take their word for it, or do you have to like test it somehow? Maybe sniff it? Like, what is going on with the breast pump, man?
So on these, I mean, here's the thing. Like, I wish eBay would let me sell used breast pumps, because I would make a ton of money off of all the freaks on YouTube. I mean, on eBay. I think there's freaks on YouTube too. But brand new sealed these things, so that the store doesn't get these returned, because obviously they only get used for a couple months. They have these. Let me see if I can put it up to the camera. They have these awesome seals on them that say like, no, if this is broken, no returns. Let me see if where we at? There we are. So I always check. I check the seal. I check the seals on everything. I mean, even if I have regulars, even if I have like regular people that call me every couple months or once a year to sell me stuff, and they sell me awesome things, I'm always checking the seals. I'm checking to make sure everything is flat. I talk about that in my YouTube videos, and so that's all I got to do is make sure the seals are there, and you're good to go. And make sure there's no cat hairs under the freaking stickers too.
Casey, have you ever flipped a breast pump before?
Once, yes.
What was the brand? Medela or the other one?
Medela. It was Medela, and it was brand new as well, and it was probably similar. Like, paid $40 or $50 and sold it for like 120 or something.
Sweet. Yeah. All right. So I have a question for the feed right now regarding breast pumps. Like, what are the 3 best brands to hustle out there, even if you buy them used or new or whatever, garage sale, thrift store? Let me know if, your favorite brand to resell, and I'm hoping to see 3 different brands somehow. I want to kind of learn about this. So anyways, so that's round 3. And the people out there, C for Casey, K for Knight. Who wins round 3? Let us know right now. All right, Raiken. So while we get the results here, are you all about the breast pumps, or are you all about the other thing, the iPod thing?
Well, I've flipped a breast pump in the past years ago. It was new, and I learned quite quickly you couldn't sell them used. I don't know. The breast pump is unique. I definitely like the breast pump idea, but you got to be careful with it for sure. You got to definitely be careful.
Well, you're a male. How do you have to be careful? Whoops.
Through okay for the breast pump here.
Somebody wanted to know if that's a multi-port breast pump.
All right, this is coming down to the C's or the K's.
Wow,
and there are a lot of C's coming in. Rerun Gamer saying the breast pump's going to be a way faster sell. But here's the thing, like Rockstar flips one of his, and he's like made not only all of his money back, but the second one that flips is like he's got a perpetual income stream for a while here. So very interesting. Yeah, so we have a bunch of C's. I think Casey took round 3. Raiken, do you agree or disagree?
100% at the end. Casey's definitely a cooler item, but I don't know if anyone's ever going to be able to find that again. It seems like a more rare item, where a breast pump you could find it more often. But yeah, I think Casey definitely deserved the win on that. That was a really freaking unique item.
Knight, do you have a search for breast pump as your Craigslist search? Is that one of your searches?
So I don't, but as of today I am.
Hey, that's why Knight. Actually, I'm glad that came up. A part of his business, and this is kind of a plug for him, is if you guys want to go out and kind of learn what he does, you can go to him and he'll show you. But one of the biggest tips is on the Craigslist app, you can type in a keyword and it will notify you when certain things, like if you want to look up breast pump, you literally can put breast pump in, and it will ding you when breast pumps come up for sale whenever someone lists one. So
can you run criteria based upon that one thing as well, like limits of pricing that you only want to see? Does that make sense? Yeah. Like I only want to see breast pumps that are sub $70 or sub $40. Can you run those kind of parameters?
And I'll tell you, and I'll tell you, I love getting dinged when breast pumps come up.
All right.
Well, this video is getting taken down.
All right, we're gonna go right into round 4, and we are gonna let Knight lead off this round.
What do we have for our scores right now?
Right now, we have 2 points Casey, 1 point Knight, and Knight is on round 4, leading it off. Let's go, Knight.
So I think that many people believe that all I do is flip electronics. But as an exennial, I mean, I've been flipping. I've been selling on eBay since 1999, and so I've done all the old school stuff. I've done all the vintage stuff. I've done all that. But I just kind of choose to work smarter, not harder, by getting the electronics and everything. But I do know all the stuff. All the cool vintage things and all that. So when I do meet up with people that have a lot of items to sell, usually what will happen is that they'll come and bring me something like an iPod or whatever, or GoPro. And I'll always ask them, and you guys need to be doing this. Whenever you buy something from somebody, you always need to be asking them, do you have anything else for sale? What else? Do you have any other cool items? Anything cool? Anything cool available? Anything you're selling? And so I picked up from somebody, an older gentleman, this Standard Oil street map. Okay, whatever, Los Angeles here. But imagine listing this on eBay. When you open it up for somebody's man cave, come on, without destroying it first, it opens up to a vintage street map of Los Angeles in 1937.
Hold that up to the camera.
So here it is up close. The microphone's in the way. So here it is up close, and you can see the vintage street map of Los Angeles, and it has like all the gas stations and all the different areas and all the streets down there at the bottom. So imagine, I haven't done this yet, and I'm actually considering doing this. If you guys watch Pawn Stars, they get stuff like this, and they actually frame it themselves to sell it. And so here's the thing: if I list this up, like let's say on auction. Like maybe I'll get, I don't know, 50, 60, 70, 80 bucks for it. I think I gave him maybe 10 or 20 bucks for it. I bought a bunch of different things from him. But anyways, if I did for auction, 50, 60, 70, but I'm going to list this. I might frame it like the Pawn Stars do. And I'm just going to put it up for I'm talking $3.99, $4.99. And I'm just going to sit on this and wait for some rich guy from either Los Angeles or wherever to buy this for his man cave and put this up. Can you imagine some Hollywood producer or some freaking actor or something buying this up?
What's the framing? What's the framing cost?
I mean, framing cost would be 30, 40, 50. But then I'm going to list it up for 300, 400, 500 and just sit on it. Because even if I don't frame it, I'll list it up just like this. And say you can frame it and buy it, and I'll just I'll put up a high price on it, and it just sits here flat. It'll take me an hour to fold it back up, but it just sits here flat on my shelf.
If you frame it, are you gonna hang it up in your house while you wait for it to sell?
I should.
So when you frame it, then you increase the chances of it breaking too when you ship it off. So there's all kinds of things you have to factor in when you frame something like that.
Well, no. Here's the thing. I've sold a bunch of memorabilia back in the day. I used to do a lot of sports stuff. So what you do, if you do have a chance to buy something framed or something with glass, and even if you're brand new on eBay and you've never shipped an item in your life, anytime you have something fragile and you're uncomfortable with it, just take it over to the UPS store and pay them to do it. Yes, you're going to be paying high retail cost for all the shipping, the packing supplies, but it's almost like paying an employee to package it up for you. You don't pay for their labor. You just pay the high retail cost for the packing supplies. But imagine that's like having an employee for the day, package it up for you professionally. And I used to do that all the time with my big memorabilia pieces. I used to sell big exercise pieces. I don't buy large items anymore, but just take it to the UPS store. Good to go.
Cool. So Knight goes from breast pumps to old maps. This guy is all over the place. So Casey, what do you have to battle an old 30s LA map?
That's an interesting item. It's pretty cool. So a couple weeks ago, I discussed opening yourself up to new markets. And since Knight jumped into different markets there, I figure I will. And I practiced what I preached. Now, this was because I had a connection, but this is 100% viable anywhere. And you could meet plenty of people if you made relationships. I know somebody that works at the Infinity dealership personally, and they had a vehicle come in wrecked. And the owner, it ended up being totaled. It was all the front end of the SUV. But I knew that a bunch of parts, so the insurance company is going to take it. The owner actually had forgot to put the headrests. His headrests were out when the accident had happened. and he had forgot to put them back in, and the insurance company had already taken the vehicle. So anyways, he brought the headrest into the Infiniti dealership, said, what do I do with these? And the guy was like, chuck them, like trash them. And I'm like, whoa, like, no, please do not throw these away. And these are from a Infiniti QX56 SUV. These are the back headrests. So he had both of them. They were out for whatever he had done, like a road trip the weekend before the accident. Turns out these were free, zero. Even if I had paid for them, I could have probably got them cheap. They're currently selling for about $135 a set right now. So they're about $60, $70 pieces each. Got both of the back ones. I have the other one over there. And they're in flawless condition because the SUV was only a few months old when it wrecked. So it never had any real, there's a couple little marks, but nothing major. Somebody will buy these with a quickness for their SUV. And it actually, after looking it up, it fits multiple models. So, and I think this was out of like a 2018. It literally, he only had the truck like 6 or 9 months or something. So they're very new model. They're great condition. I got both of them. They will sell, and I paid nothing for them because he's going to throw them away.
Okay, so
wait a second. That wasn't thrifted, disqualified.
It's technically thrifted because you're like looking at every angle to acquire.
This was
your ears
dumpster
are always
diving.
open. I give it to him.
I was dumpster diving. I could have let him throw them in the dumpster and then dumpster dove them.
True. This is not dumpster battles though, Casey. This is thrift battles.
Dumpster Battle Season 3.
That's the end of round 4. I want you guys out there to put a C for Casey and a K or a K for Knight. Who wins round 4? We're going to give the point to that person. So, Raiken, what do you think about what do you personally like between those two things? We have some headrests out of a QX56, or we have a map from the 30s, which will definitely show you how to get around to buying all the breast pumps back in the 30s if you're a breast pump hustler. But
I think the map is really cool. I do like Knight's approach on that, framing it and waiting for somebody.
Watch the feed, Raiken. Watch the feed. It's getting.
It's
like a 50-50. This is not a good one.
That's a tough one, but I love how Casey pretty much took something that, I mean, he just made money out of thin air by being creative, and that's like the number one thing that you got to be doing on eBay and Amazon and Craigslist is creativity. So that's a really good head-to-head match right there. Holy crap, this feed is going nuts.
Yeah, so I'm looking to see who's going to win this one. Man, it's tough.
A really good one.
Yeah, this is a really good one because there's no actual
straw poll.
Nah.
Yeah, where's that straw poll at?
This is it. Here's what's crazy about round 4. Nobody is going to win round 4 because it's a tie. And it's pretty clear. It's going.
I got 5 votes from one person. Come on now.
Yeah, but if that's the same 5, if it's the same person, that doesn't count, Casey. I'm just kidding. So there's no one. This is a draw. This is a draw round. I mean, it's all over the place. So, yeah.
Steve's right. I hired VAs to come in the chat.
Oh, that's super funny. All right, that leads us to round 5. It's pretty much anybody's game because these bonus rounds are pretty fun too. So round 5 is going to cap off. And we're going to start that one off with, is it Casey on this one?
Me, yeah. I think
it's
so.
Casey. All right, go Casey.
Okay, so this is going to be in the same category. It's cool, 2 items. Now, this came because I actually, after buying the headrest, I was like, ooh, I have a contact. Everyone knows I've had 8 BMWs, so I know everyone at the BMW dealership. I messaged everybody saying, hey, is there any kind of stuff going on? And it turns out one of them had a universal. BMW uses, so anybody who doesn't have an electric car, there are 2 types of electric car chargers. Tesla has their own, and pretty much every other car uses a universal car charger, electric car charger, and they have the end on it that I'm going to show you guys. They have that end. Tesla's is different. They do sell an adapter that you can cross plug them in if you have a Tesla and another one or whatever. This is a universal electric car charger. This will fit most BMWs, every BMW that I know of. This will also fit the Chevy Volt. This will fit quite a few of these. Retail, these are $399 if you buy this from the dealer. $399. Guy traded in his car, got rid of the electric car, went to a normal car, and still had this. I offered him $50. I was like, what are you going to do with it? I'll give you $50. He sold it. Used, they're not that expensive, but they're still good. $150, $160, something like that. So not bad. That's the universal tip that comes on it. In fact, my car uses a similar one, almost exact like this one. A little bit different for the eyes, but you can fit these onto like 20 different cars, and they're expensive. And if they break, you have to buy them from the dealer, unless somebody sells you their old one. Yay. There's actually only been 4 of these on eBay. There's only 4, and they all sold, every one of them.
Okay. Knight, what do you have to go up against that?
So I'm gonna keep it with the vintage ephemera here, and just to show you guys, bought from the same person, all these amazing vintage automobile ads here. But my favorite one is this one here from 1942 during World War II. I paid for all the ones that I just flashed, and there was a couple more that I haven't even brought in. I paid $20 for all of these, and this one.
How much did you pay for each one of them?
Keep it. I mean, I paid $20 for the entire stack.
Okay.
So each of them. I mean, you know, if you imagine putting up this white Impala up on eBay. Imagine someone wanting to put this vintage, real advertisement from the 60s, March 17th, 1962, the Saturday Post, framing this up and putting this in their man cave. But my favorite one out of them is this World War II era. And you know, keep an eye out for these magazines. A lot of people make a ton of money just picking up vintage magazines from thrift stores and thrift shops and Goodwills. I mean, it looks like a bunch of junk, and it looks like a bunch of freaking magazines that sell for $5 and $9 on eBay. But go in, you know, check them out. There might be advertisements in there, and a lot of people make a fortune just picking up all the magazines and listing up the advertisements that are inside. And so I found this one from 1940.
Whoa, that's cool.
Right before World War II. You know, so it was sitting in a magazine. Hold on. It was sitting in the magazine like this. You can see the old articles. You can see the nice ladies from the back in the day. On the other side, an advertisement for here's your new car, 1940. And so here's another piece that's just going to sit on. It's going to sit on the shelf. It's going to take up this. It's going to take up this much space on the shelf. I'm going to throw this on eBay. Again, I'm going to sell it to some rich jerk. 300, 400, 500 bucks. It shows every car from back in the day like this. We got every single American brand from back in the day on this one poster. And here's another item that, you know, along the entire stack I paid 20 bucks, and I'm not selling this until I get 500 bucks for it or more.
Okay. So shooting for the stars.
Keep an eye out for that vintage ephemera in the thrift stores.
So if you're going to be rifling through magazines and stuff like that, I'm going to ask the people in the feed, outside of car ads, what other kind of ads should you be on the lookout for? Would it be smoking ads? Would it be like, so let's ask the people in the feed, outside of car ads, what are the other ads that you should be looking for in vintage magazines? Okay. So
I want to cheat on that one. He's absolutely right. I sold a magazine a while back that was worth like 15 bucks. It had no real value, but it turns out somebody else had sold the exact same magazine, opened it up, and in the middle, it had an advertisement. It's from the 70s for the Concorde plane. Oh, and Concorde. He sold his for $75 because of that.
You know, the Concorde retired in 2003.
After the crash, yeah.
After a lot of things, it was a lot of the supersonic booms were like screwing people's houses when windows.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they went Mach 2, those planes. Okay, yeah. So we have an electric car charger versus a car ad. Let me give a shout out to Yo-Yo's who just super chatted us another $2. He says antiques are really hard, dog. I need to learn that market. Yeah, get an antique booth, and that's a lot of fun that way too. We have C for Casey if you want to vote for the electric car charger, or do you want to vote K for Knight for the car ad? That big spread right there. Let me know, C or K, who's going to win round 5.
And I want to shout out Yo-Yo's and Thrift Trader in the feed. I want everyone after this video check out Yo-Yo's YouTube channel and Thrift Trader's YouTube channel. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, and support the reseller community on YouTube.
Cool, awesome.
Anybody who doesn't know Thrift Trader, also you might know him as Jason Deason.
Decent. Okay.
Yeah, if he was in videos with me in Vegas during eBay Open, amazing guy. We went out and partied. Definitely go check both of them out for sure.
I'm gonna let Raiken call out who wins this one, just so you know, Raiken. So pay attention.
So far,
while everyone's voting, I just want to show this one. I almost want to keep this one.
Oh, that's pretty.
Imagine having it's 2 pages. Imagine having this one in your man cave. Humongous 20-foot red car.
Is that what your ad's going to say? Humongous 20-foot red car?
Huge Pontiac. Make America Great Again. Huge Pontiac 20-foot.
All right, I think I've come to a conclusion. It was
All right.
very, very, very close. It could have went to either one, but I'm going to give it to Knight on this one. There was quite a few keys coming in the 7th, 8th inning. So it was close though, Casey. It could have went either way, but that ties you guys up 2-2.
It's 2-2 because round 4 was a draw. We have Matt Jackson in the feed says, check out my YouTube channel if you like old Volkswagens. I know Matt, he lives right down the street from me. He has a really awesome Volkswagen bus called Helga. Check out his YouTube channel if you like old Volkswagens.
He named it Helga.
Yeah. Okay. So let's go into so basically we're at 2 points each person. It's tied at this point. Anybody can really win this. So we have 2 bonus rounds, and this is going to be interesting. The first one is, we're gonna ask that right now, and this is worth 3 points. You're gonna say C for Casey or K for Knight. Who wins the 3 points based on who has the most diverse finds? Who had the most diverse finds in your eyes? Like the most different items. You can vote that right now, and we're gonna award that person 3 points. While we're waiting for that to come through, RVA Flips says, Knight, here's some money, plug me, $4.99 from RVA Flips. Hey man, what's going on? Hope you enjoy the Thrift Battle. Yeah, Thrift Battle Season 2, I think is going to stem 13 or 14 episodes. And then if Thrift Battle 2 does real good, or Season 2, then Thrift Battle Season 3 is going to be really big. We're talking like 20 plus episodes. So anyways, now we're seeing who has the most diverse finds. It's either C or K. C for Casey, K for Knight.
I got a private message asking if Knight does all of his business in where he lives because he's on house arrest from the Mexico thing.
Ooh.
No comment.
We've got a pretty clear winner right now.
Okay.
Wrong.
So the winner is Casey for 3 points. So Casey's now at 5 points versus Knight at 2 points. We go into the last 3 point award here, and who explained their items the best. All right, so each person had 5 items to show you who explained their items the best. Who did you learn the most from? Was it Casey, C for Casey, or K for Knight? Let us know. We got a super chat in from John Haywood. That's my buddy right there. I talk to him all the time behind the scenes. What's up, John? Thank you so much. And he was the one who helped me proof Shoes to Bucks when it first came out. I took one of my most loyal subscribers and I was like, hey, do me a favor. Here's Shoes to Bucks. Help me proof this thing. And he was the guy. So what's up, John Haywood? Good to see you. Thanks for the super chat, $24.99. I appreciate that a whole bunch. So yeah, Raiken, call out this one. Whoever you think wins this one.
Looks like it's about a tie so far right now. So
if it's a tie, then you guys just keep putting your letter in. We have 138 viewers in the house. While you're putting your letter in, make sure you hit the like button. Please hit the like button. This will definitely show me that Thrift Battle is something that is here to stay. Knight, you had something to say? What's up, man?
I do got to shout out RVA Flips. He's a brand new YouTuber, brand new reseller, or he's been full-time reselling. So that's Justin, a friend of mine and Casey's. So go check out RVA Flips and subscribe to his channel. He's brand new. Show him some love.
Yeah, we were talking to Justin all weekend while we were gone. He's awesome. A lot of other people love him too. So do it.
All right. So Raiken, you got a clear winner here.
It's like so freaking close. It's like it just keeps going back and forth.
Straw poll.
Please fix your website, straw poll.
Raiken's going to call this one out. This is going to be all Raiken's decision here.
All right, 30 more seconds for everyone to go crazy, and I'm going to do the best I can to make my go back to my umpiring days.
Yeah. While you're checking that stuff out, guys, if you want to learn 100 amazing items to resell on eBay or locally or whatever, check out our guide with the Green Room University. It is the first link down below. It'll be the first link below their channel links once I make this a video. But anyways, check out this. You can get it free right now. That's an awesome guide.
We got to do a who is it for Straw Poll's website and find out who it is and message him privately.
All right, Knight took that round. He took it in the last 30
you're calling
seconds.
it. You're calling
a lot of K's coming in, man, and that it just.
So this poses a bit of a debacle now because we have a tied game at the end of our points. So now we're going to have to.
It would be.
There has to be a tiebreaker.
There has to be a tiebreaker. So we're going to make this tiebreaker up. It has to involve Casey or Knight. Raiken, get on the spot here. What are we going to do? What's the question?
Most handsome guy wins. Okay, over. See you later, bud.
How about each one Each person has 30 seconds. Okay.
Okay. All right.
30 seconds to give their best tip of advice for someone who wants to go out there. Maybe they're new or maybe they've been selling for a while, to go out there and find a very profitable item. How do you go out there? What tips do you have? Because you guys both showed a lot of cool things. What advice would you give to somebody out there who is just getting started to go out and replicate?
Them 1 minute apiece. I have the stopwatch out right now. On your mark, Casey, get set, go.
I'm first.
You're first.
Oh, my best advice to you is to watch the Raiken Profit and Bonafide Hustler YouTube channels for the best advice anywhere. Seriously, is make sure when you are buying items that you are reinvesting the capital. Do not go out and blow all the money. Make sure that you are putting back into what you are. You always get back what you put in. So always take that money and put it back in. Don't go out to a fancy dinner because you flipped a GoPro and made $100. Keep cycling the money. Otherwise, you will never, ever grow. You will stay exactly where you are. And you'll never be able to buy cool Delta faucets or stuff like that. And also make sure you watch the Raiken Profit and Bonafide Hustler YouTube channels for the best advice on what to buy.
All right. He did it in 44 seconds. So, Knight, let me reset this. You have your starts right now. Go for it.
So my best advice, the thing that bothers me the most is when I'm in the Facebook groups, the free Facebook groups, when people just watch a ton of YouTube videos and they don't actually get started. Anyone can find items. You can go into any store and you can find items. You can learn the items. You know, it's just material things that are sitting there. You know how much they're worth. You know how much to pay. You know how much you can sell them for. But the biggest trick for new people or even people that are trying to go up and even veterans that want to blow up their business and go to the next step, the biggest tip is to just start. Just do it. Just get started. I'm tired of seeing threads where people don't, they watch all the YouTube videos and they don't get started on eBay. They don't, they're too scared to start. Just start. Just fail forward. Just list your first item. Even if it looks ugly, I don't care. List it up. List it up that day. Don't worry about shipping. Don't worry about the title. Just put it up as best as you can. Go in the threads and ask for help and just get started right now.
54 seconds. All right. Those are two really good pieces of advice. I like that a lot. That's a really good one, Raiken. That's going to be a good tiebreaker to remember there, because we might have a couple more ties down the road. This is a really tight show. I didn't think that Thrift Battle Season 2, Episode 1 was going to come down to something like this, but here it is.
Wow,
and
what a way to set it up.
I'm telling you, man. So, all right, guys. So who wins based upon that advice, that sage thrifting advice right there? C or K? This is going to determine the winner of Thrift Battle Episode 1 of Season 2 right here.
So Casey's advice was really reinvest back in your business, manage your money, reinvest. And
Knight was just go. Because
a lot of people they procrastinate, they have excuses, blah blah blah. Just get started. Don't be perfect. Just get moving.
And I did see that I had 6 seconds left. Something I always ask all my students and all the people that message me is that, ask yourself this every day. What did you do to get better today?
Okay. We got a super chat of $2 from BFG 4 days. Raiken Profit.
I was trying to count I just
want to make sure that everyone goes to nightrequiredfieldprofits.com.
So, by the way, the reason why we don't have this poll thing automated yet is because we can't find an actual poll thing that sustains the amount of volume that we throw that way.
I swear to God, that's my mission to God this weekend.
Please
is to find
help
one.
me out. If anybody can help me out, not straw poll, because we've crashed that.
No,
one.
it's multiple times. Yes.
Yeah, we need a better system of doing this. I'm sorry, guys, but this is as old school as it gets. And straw poll has just failed us numerous shows in the last season, so we have to find a better poll thing. Raiken,
one person is starting to run with it at the end over here. I'm seeing a lot of C's coming. A lot.
Well, you're going to have to decide who wins it. That's going to be you.
Easy polls done that.
It's a single elimination Thrift Battle Season 2 episode. This is it. So it's a single elimination. We had double elimination last season, and it just went forever. So we're going to do single elimination. But still, you should subscribe to both of these guys' channels. A lot of fun content always coming down. So
Casey
Raiken
took it. There was a lot of C's at the end. There was
they
had gotten 7 out of 10 at the end, and the Knights they faded off at the end. They got tired.
oh man.
They ran out of
That's
stamina.
weird that the K's got tired because they're always at home like buying
Mike's voting
stuff.
5 million times.
What'd you say?
Who's this Music City Mike's voting 5
I
million
was
times?
considering it. I noticed a couple of the names who did it like a million times. I wasn't counting those in.
Hey,
Okay.
Bonafide, I got you. Easypolls.net.
I'm gonna write it down so I can look at it and research it. Thank you so much, Casey.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, cool. So that is Thrift Battle, the end of Thrift Battle, episode 1 of season 2. We have a clear winner. Casey has advanced. Wow, Knight, you put up a great fight. My gosh.
I would not have wanted to battle either one of them.
I thought when I saw
that
breast
that
pump, I
was
thought it
tough.
was over, dude. I thought it was over with the breast pump.
I did too.
And then when
that was tough. I'm over here crying. All my nose is running.
oh man. Oh,
We also
man.
got smartpolls.net. Somebody came in the comments.
Smartpolls.net. I'm gonna write that one down too.
Here's the thing, though. All these poll websites work until you throw 200 people at the site in 1 second.
Yeah. So guys, if you enjoyed this thrift battle, then make sure you hit the like button. You can leave comments after the fact. That would be awesome. Make sure you check out the description feed. You'll find both links to their channels so you can follow them. And you need to follow them. Really, really important because they're both putting out content like a madman right now. But to all the people that joined here live, thank you so much. To our contestants, thank you for battling it out here. And also thank you to the people that super chatted money while the show was live. That was a lot of fun. So next week, you'll be finding Thrift Battle on my station as well. We'll have 2 new contestants again for episode 2 of season 2. If you're loving the show, the number one thing you can do is super chat $100. No, just kidding. The number one thing you can do is hit the like button, all right? Hit the like button and leave a comment, right? Because that's what drives us to generate the next thrift battles and things like that. And put a suggestion of who you want to see on season 3, because we already have season 2 kind of booked out. But anyways, guys, I had a lot of fun. Raiken, did you have a lot of fun?
Learned a lot. Thanks, guys, for coming on. Definitely appreciate it.
Yep. Knight, what about you? How you feeling? Feeling good?
Yep, I appreciate being on the show. I appreciate winning to such a big reseller such as Casey, the Rockstar Flipper, huge group. I'm actually in his VIP group. It's a great group. A lot of people. He's the only reselling YouTuber that I see in there that I see. Period. Going out of his way, spending all day helping people whenever they message him, whenever they ask him, and all that stuff. But for myself, check out the channel www.night.tube. I just released a video yesterday where you save a ton on shipping, and then I got a video coming out where I just refunded some lady. She wanted to do a return. I refunded her 50% of the price. That video is coming out. See how she reacted. It's freaking crazy. Hit the subscription, and the notification bell to see that happen.
All right, Casey, how did you like the show?
Man, awesome. I remember season 1. It was awesome. Season 2 stepping up. Can't wait for the next round. I'll be here to check out everyone else. So if you are a part of season 2, I'll be here for you. I can be bribed. Yeah, so Knight's got, listen, if you guys want to buy these high profit, high dollar items, he really does know what he does or what he's doing. He buys more of it than anybody, even more than I ever have. And check him out. You guys have his links. They'll be there after the show. He's an admin in the big group too. So if you guys want to come join either of those Facebook groups, you can go to my channel and you'll find the links. He'll be there to help you. I'll be there to help you. And these 2 boys running the show will always be here to help you. So make sure you come back for next episode and the rest of the season.
All right, guys, don't forget to subscribe to everybody. Raiken Profit, Bonafide Hustler, Knight R, and we also have Rockstar Flipper. I'll see you on the next thrift battle. Take it easy. See you next week. Bye.